Untethered Muse live on YouTube with your beautiful co-host, me, and
Oh,
the magical host, the
whoa!
Untethered Muse, Dawn.
Wow,
I
you're
almost
beautiful.
lost you there, didn't I? I almost lost you there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Congratulations. He's whatever. But yeah. Congratulations, all you beautiful souls. For today is Thursday, and we're getting ready to face this thing called life, right? It's like right here, staring at you. It's not very kind. It's unknowing. It's messy, right? This thing called life. But you can do
Messy.
it, man. Messy. But slippery when wet. No. But yeah, no
That's
matter
what
what
she said.
situation. Oh, but I'm bump. So no matter where you're at in your world today through this thing called life, congratulations to you. Make today your bitch, man. And don't forget, Brian. Do not forget, human being, to say thank you for another day. Right? Thank you.
It's automatic. Thank you, God,
And
for.
pick up that piece of trash, bro. I saw you,
I say
Brian.
it all day
I saw
long. I say it all day long. Like things will go on, and I'll be like, "Oh, thank you, God." Like things that'll happen, and I'm like, just help me out with this. And it's like it happens, and
all
I'm
you
like,
gotta do
thank
is
you,
say
God.
thank
All you gotta do
you.
is say thank you, God. But the shit
You
kicker.
don't gotta say God, bro.
Are you
You
ready
don't
for the
have to.
shit kicker?
Yep. Yes.
You ready? You have to believe, have faith.
You,
That's what faith is. You have to believe all the time. You can't doubt ever.
so you always point to here. What happened? Everything lies deep within inside of you,
But
motherfuckers.
but but here's how that works. Here's how that works.
Uh,
This listen for a second. This here can stop this. Wait, I
oh,
gotta point my camera right. I gotta point my camera right. This can
yeah.
stop this. It can stop it. So that's why they always say mind, body, and spirit because the mind can stop the body and the spirit, right? That's why people become addicts, over obese, sick, etc., because the mind can stop everything that the spirit wants to do, right? So this is your willpower right here. This wants to do anything and
Yeah.
everything. But when we get to here, all
You're,
kinds of things could be going on, right? So
bro. Yeah.
Don will tell you,
Why would I?
spit it,
Why would I tell them?
because you're
I
good
don't
at
like it.
telling things. You're good at telling things.
I don't like it up here, right? Because when I get up here, I get what do we call it? Scatter.
Scatterbrain. I like
Yeah.
scatterbrain. Though.
I'm
You don't
listening.
you don't like scatterbrain?
I mean, sometimes it depends, bro. But
Sometimes.
like up here, yeah, up here is like chaos. Thing called, um, you know, there's different programs people do. He talked about drugs and stuff, and alcoholics, and obese, and cocaine addicts, and um, they talk about. It's called the committee. You have these like monk that goes with the. I don't know if you guys remember that monkey. It's a toy. How it is. It's like a bunch of monkeys running around like crazy, and you don't know what to do.
Monkey
That's what we
farm.
do. Down. Yeah, and scatterbrain. Some call it brain damage. And yeah, I like that you said willpower. Because we always talk about you. You have that moment in time. It's called clarity, and it's up to you to catch it, see it, deflect it, not note it here, and not in here where God lives, like me. I am, she is, we are together. You know, together we are, and it's not easy though, Brian, to get out of the head. People fuck you over. People will fuck
I know. You're right. You're right.
Your head. In your head.
Dawn caught me off guard today, so I didn't get to shave because I didn't know I was coming on YouTube. So that's all
Bro,
it
I
is.
didn't shave either. It's all good.
Hey, that's cool. I like it. I like it.
I'm just trying to be like fucking, I don't know.
Natural.
But I hate shaving, so it's all good. So what does it feel like being in that thing called right here?
What's it feel like?
Yeah, you're always in your head though, right?
Yeah. I know. I mean, it's like if you took 1,000 bottle rockets and you lit them all at the same time,
Yeah.
that's my head.
Wow.
And then I'm like, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? I got to pick one. I got to hurry up and pick one. There we go. And then I have to jump on board, and then there we go. See, I can focus, but there's a point where I also want to go like in 10,000 different directions. But once I figure out where I'm going, then I can usually focus. Yeah, that's my brain. Are you still there? Did you freeze? Dawn, did you freeze? Oh, you did freeze. We lost the Untethered Muse. Should we be back momentarily? Where did you go?
So I was like talking. I was saying, where did you? I felt nervous. You were like pointing at me all frozen and stuff. I was talking about. Did you hear what I was saying?
No, you made this funny face before you left, and you froze that way. You were like this.
The O face, yeah. So, do you know what the O face is?
Oh, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean a lot.
That was funny. Oh, I like that movie, The Office. I don't know. Anyways, I was talking about something fucking serious, and I was my years of alcoholism, drug addiction, drug addict, and not knowing who the fuck I was, right? And in that, that's why I continued to, what do you call it, this podcast? It's like controlling fun. What's it called? What is it called?
Yeah, we called it controlling fun.
So, yeah, I did that for a long time.
You did?
I mean, I had to be, the only way that I could have fun was by who the fuck I was here, right? Is by drinking a lot of alcohol. That liquid courage is what they call it. And I did that for a minute, and then me and my husband, I did coke for years, and a little meth, and some heroin, and what else did I do? Oh shit! Me and Chris used to do cocaine, speedballs, and Dude, that to me was fun. I thought that I was controlling my fun, and in saying that, a lot of people. So when you say like controlling fun, like I don't think they have like a. They can't control. They can't control.
Yeah, some people don't have
right?
the they don't have
They
the
don't have the willpower.
well, it's not
They
just it's not just willpower. They don't
yeah.
have I don't think they have the genetic makeup to be able to, because if it's just like people that are they're obese, or they're gamblers, or they're they have other addictions that aren't related to drugs.
Well, it could be
There's something
adrenaline.
genetic. There's something genetic going on in there that they can't help or control, and that sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that fucking
I
sucks
feel
because
it's genetic, but I feel like also it comes from a lot of childhood shit. And my dad,
well, I mean,
my
yeah,
mom.
but here's the thing about that. That's very true what you just said, but because of who we are and what we are and what we have the power to change all that as we grow. And we can decide if we want to follow that same path as your parents did or taught, or you want to change it up to become something different or better or whatever. But what gets in the way is, like we were saying, there could be a percentage of genetics that it's impossible for someone to, I mean, there's an alcoholic right across the street from me. He came from back from the service, right? And he's been an alcoholic since. His wife left him, and he's been an alcoholic since. And he's killing himself.
Yeah.
We can't say anything. He's had all the help in the world, but you can see his face, his swelling up, and he's drinking himself to death, because whatever's going on in his mind, in his soul, in his genetics, he
Sad.
can't help it. He just
Yeah.
drinks every day, all day long, every single day.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I remember, I can't remember what the year was. Came back. I came back. One of my friends died, and a really good friend of mine, and I kind of after him, little wheezy,
Little
but
easy.
he was sober for like, yeah, like every time I call him that, like I felt like I was talking to Wayne, and he was sober for like 7 years, and then he came out and got loaded, and he died. Just one little shot of heroin. So, anyways, I came back during his celebration of life. I thought I was having fun. I thought I looked good, man. I weighed like 80 pounds. That's the thing, right? Like you can't tell, like your neighbor, right? Tell somebody, hey yo, uh, you know, I think you should fucking stop if you're like in that mindset, or if you're going stuff, or just have that genetic makeup, right? My mom is an alcoholic. There was an alcoholic. I'm not sure. I don't know, but it I don't know. And I don't not like think that I'm an alcoholic. I just have many different ways to become self, and says having connection problem. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just noticed you just lost a bar. Maybe if you could move around a little bit to the right or left. You were at full bars, but you just lost one somehow.
Getting one back. But can I give them a cookie or something? Can I have
A cookie.
But I don't even know where I was saying. But ism, if whatever you call it, right? If I'm not careful. Can you sing? I don't want to freeze.
Go back into your those dots down there and see what your video is again. Mine is a 480. You're
Is that
back.
better?
Yep,
Is
it's
that better?
perfect.
I turned
Yeah,
off
it's
Wi-Fi.
perfect right now, but go back in there and look and see what your video setting is at. If it's 480 or 720.
Oh, you're 480. You're 80.
I put mine to 480 just to see.
Mine's 480, but it's
Okay.
I turned it because I'm in the kitchen and I turn off my Wi-Fi, so that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You're at full bars now.
Anyways, I was really fucked up, right? Trying to be someone that I wasn't, having fun, thinking that I was in control. 6 pounds in the hospital, almost fucking dying, right? You got to do a lot of work. Like, I was so in my head thinking, how do people? I was else. You want me to be this way? Okay. You want me to be that way? Okay. Totally fucked up for real. Living in here. Thinking that I had to be someone myself. And it fucking kills a lot of people. What the fuck's it called? People pleasing or some shit. You know? Or feeling like I'm loved. So then I was fucking, sleeping with men. And I had to find that love. I don't know. Being up here it can kill you. Right? Be a certain way. Believe in Jesus. Wear this. Wear that. Fucking dress for punishment to go to school. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm getting high. And I gotta wear a dress and curl my hair. Like, what the fuck? That fucked me up. My whole life, I just was never able to be who the fuck I was authentically brought here. And that fucked me up for many years until the age of
40.
41. I don't even know. 25 forever. But honestly, the love not here, right? And doing what everybody else thinks it. You're like that little girl in that fucking tortured chair, like in the basement, all fucking tied up, tethered, screaming, "Help me, help me!" You know, and can't get her out because she's a. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Wake up.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
So
I'm listening.
Brian, do you're in your head a lot. That's just you, right?
Yep.
You necessarily don't you think matter for you, but how it play in your life? Like, have you ever been, someone to somebody else, like feeling different? You are different, bro. But yeah. How is it up there?
I told you already.
No, like, really, did you have any, I don't know. Did you eat a lot? Drug a lot?
No, none of that. I was always well, like, I'm not going to get into my health part, but from like, God, for the first 17 years, I was basically a medical experiment. All they wanted to do was experiments on me to see what they could learn, because there's a lot they didn't even know about what I was going through back then. And then I would say the last 10 years of that period, I did have some free time to where I started skateboarding. And so, that's what I did like every day. And then freestyling on bikes and jumping ramps. And
Were you in your head a lot? Were you in your head a lot about that?
I was in my head a lot when I was younger because I guess I was in my head a lot all the time when I was at home, not when I was out with my friends because it's different. Like when I was at home, I didn't really talk much to my family. I was always building something or trying to take something apart and learn how it
Yeah.
works. But when I was out with my friends, there there was no thinking involved. We just did, we jumped ramps, we freestyled, we skateboarded. There wasn't a lot of thinking involved. So, but when I was at home, I was always in my head because my grandfather was always drunk, right? So the only way to escape that or ignore it was to go inside my head because I didn't want to. He was constantly yelling at his wife, my grandmother, right? Constantly telling her, calling her every name in the book. Yeah, because it's just. And then what triggered him all the time was watching the war movies. First he would
TSD
yell.
shit. Yeah.
First he would yell at the movies. Because it would bring him back to where he lived through, and then he would yell at his wife for the rest of the night. But I guess the good and his daughter, he didn't like his daughter much either. He yelled at her just as much as his wife, and
Yeah.
but he never really took anything out on me, which I guess I'm thankful for.
He must.
But
Yeah.
can you speak up a little louder?
I gotta get quick. I'm in my kitchen, so I'm doing something new. Is that better?
That's much better.
Okay, cool. I was just far away. Yeah. My mom and I remember my dad, when I was like 4. I remember my dad throwing my mom over the table. And drunken. Dude, I used to drink together at bars and do karaoke, and it was. And dude, I feel bad for. I think that your grandfather had some issues with is your grandfather, right? Yeah.
Yep.
With anything like that, and PTSD sucks, dude. And way back then, like, alcohol was the thing to do to suppress it.
They didn't
And
have
that's
no
what we do.
treatments. Yep, they didn't really have no treatments. And because every day of his life, he was basically living through the war again in his head, And then to try to suppress that or feel better about it or forget it, he would drink, but when he drank, then he would want to watch war movies, and then it would kind of like like counteract everything, and then it would get worse. It would get worse, and that's when he really went off. Is when he started yelling at the TV. But
not funny.
one thing, but here's the thing about my grandfather. I mean, no matter how drunk he was, I mean, when he was sober, he was the most. He could have been an actor. He actually was in a movie. He was in a movie that not like a main actor or nothing. This is back in the '60s when they took extras for the war movies. So he was actually in one of the war movies to where they needed extras marching, and he was in one of those movies, which was kind of neat to learn about. But here's the thing about my grandfather. When he was sober, he could charm anybody, through I mean, he probably had about a dozen DUIs, and he got out of all of them with his charm alone.
What the hell? No, I'm just,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, he was the friendliest person, and just he was like an actor, but he wasn't acting. That was just his personality when he was sober, right? And
Yeah.
everybody loved him. Everybody loved him when he was sober. And here's something I wanted to say, that even drunk or not, he saved his wife's life. And I was there watching this, like I thought my grandmother was going to die in front of me. And here's what happened. My grandmother, she was always a health nut, right? She was always taking vitamins and trying to read Reader's Digest, and try to be healthy. And some of the pills that she would take were the size of a fucking nickel, huge.
Those damn
So she would, like,
Quaaludes,
yeah, no, they were vitamin. They were all
you
vitamins.
said.
And
Sorry. Yeah.
and she would try to, like, put them in food to swallow them easier. But
Mm-hmm.
but one of these things, I don't know if it was like a vitamin C or whatever it was. It got
They
lodged
are.
in
They're
her
vitamin
throat.
C's. They're
It got
fucking
lodged in
huge.
her throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got lodged in her
Yeah.
fucking throat. And she was turning blue in the kitchen, choking to death. She was dying in the kitchen. And I'm just a little kid, probably like 9 or 10 or something, that looking, I, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. And my grandfather comes rushing in, and he picks her up and gives her the Heimlich. And she spit it out, and I'm like, you know and I'm just like, I didn't know what the Heimlich was. I'm just a kid.
I didn't
I don't know
think.
what anything is. I'm just watching this.
Yeah, at that age.
But I still felt like she was gonna die, even though I didn't know what was going on. I could see her choking and turning blue, and I thought she was gonna die in front of me. And then
My
he came
God.
and saved her life. Literally came and saved her life, and I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Ugh.
And he was
What a
probably
fucking
drunk.
man. You
He was
know.
probably still drunk, but he knew. Even when you're drunk, you still know, what's going on sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I think he was
Long
like
as you're
kind
not
of one of those.
oblivious. I mean, long as you're not, like, fucking passed
I
out on the
mean,
floor.
yeah, it was like a part of his life. You know what I mean? It was just part of how like a functioning. He was just that's his. He's fucking old. You can't change him. You can't change when you're like him. But you can't change when you're like, I don't know. When you go through all that shit, that's just a way all you know how to do. And that's what a great story. What a hero, right? No, I mean, he.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he flicked you in the ear. Does he flick you? I feel like he wants to flick you in the ear.
you know what he did to my ear? It's funny you should say that. You know what he did to my ear
What?
when I was a kid? Not on purpose. He was drunk.
Yeah.
So we were all sitting in this was like a nightly activity usually. We would all sit in the living room, because my mom lived with her parents, right? Because she couldn't afford her own
Yeah.
place. So we would all sit in the living room usually at night and watch TV. And my grandpa would usually be drunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my mom had me sitting down on the floor. I was really young, probably 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. And she just gave me a shower, and she was drying my hair with a blow dryer, right? So my grandpa comes in all drunk, and he's like, "Here, let me do that." So he grabs the hair dryer from her, right? And she kind of got nervous because he was fucking drunk, but she let him have it, the hair dryer. And he takes the hair dryer, tries to dry my hair, but he burns my fucking ear. And I'm screaming, and my mom's flipping out. And now I
That's
think it's so funny now I look
it's
back at
funny.
it, but
When you flick someone's ear, I felt like it was hot. That's why I said, does he flick your ear?
I
Like,
think
I
you
feel
picked. I think you just
here.
picked that up just now.
Yeah,
You did.
I didn't know. And but yeah, so he burn your ear.
See how psychic you are? See how psychic you are?
Yeah, well, hold the getting a lot more intuitive, more free, you know? You don't want to be too you want to set boundaries when you're like that. But he's right here. And like my throat's burning. Like I feel hot in my chest, which is super weird.
Probably the alcohol.
My chest is like, I feel like my chest is like on fire. To be this way. But with spirit and stuff, I've come to a little bit more. It's kind of cool. It's kind of scary, but now he's here. It's like really hot in my chest. I think my chest is like super hot. But anyways, controlling fun. He can't control their fun. But when you're sober, I was sober for a long time, for 5, sober for another 3 years. I mean, I just, you know, I felt like I had to be or like in Cocaine Anonymous or some kind of anonymous, an AA, AAA, I don't know, right? BBA. They have so many, which was great at that moment in time. And I had that. But what happened to me is that I thought that I was alcoholic, addict, right? I was labeled all of these things. Fucking, I don't know, sex addict, fucking, like I was controlled by fucking these for fun. I drank a lot of kava. Like I say, I have a friend, you know, I help across California, a great group of people. But it was like we were doing, I was doing the same thing that I was doing sober. And for the longest time, it worked for a little bit, but the same thing over and over and over and over again. Because it suited me at the time. Like I definitely needed it. It was there. My beautiful husband. Thanks a lot. No, I'm just kidding. But good for the time being. But a lot of people think that when you come, like go to treatment or fucking rehab, whatever, you have to stay in a thing called Alcoholics Anonymous forever. And in all this program for me, I had to find them. And when I finally chose to just yoga and the cigarettes and like hanging out all hours of the night, like I would when I was fucking drinking, and just kind of be myself and leave everyone behind. You know, people come in and walk away. And I lost a lot of people and just started being me. That's when, like, I don't know, things changed, man. I no longer was a peer. So, well, it took a DUI again for me to find it. It happens. But I no longer label myself an alcoholic, an addict, or whatever the fuck. Overeaters Anonymous or anorexic, or these labels and attachments are the things that can. And when you come to, you know, like your grandfather, he knew no matter what, like he could drink. That was his way of life. And who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? He knew, and he was confident with who he was, because he in here, not fucking up. He was all the time. I mean, who couldn't be going through, you know, what he went through? But he was okay with being say. And so many people, you know, just because you go to treatment or rehab, don't let it fucking consume you, man. I don't know, attachments really fucking destroy lives. I'm gonna tell you that for facts. Facts on facts. I'm just happy to not fucking do the 12 steps of fucking Alcoholics Anonymous. Steps like fucking, I don't even know how many times. And I'm like, do I really have to relive this again? Well, you don't fucking thoroughly. I just told you fucking everything. Like fucking, it's right here. You got to do it. What the fuck, man? Like this can't be the only fucking. And continue to do these steps. Every principles are cool, but really all day, 12 fucking steps. No. No. No, no. No, 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 sir. What did you just
No,
kiss
sir.
right there? Did you just kiss something? Did you just kiss your hand or something? No?
No, I was itching my nose, man. Itching my nose, man.
Yeah,
Do
but
they when you go there, do they try to get you to stop drinking or what?
well, I mean, you can either.
Because
I
that
mean,
sucks.
they don't try to get you to stop. They're not. I mean, it's totally up to you. But like, I think I went to how many treatment centers I fucking went to, but a lot, a hell of a lot. And what?
It worked for my grandfather. Well, here's the
Yeah,
shit.
I
Here's the.
mean,
There's also a shit kicker in there. My, I'll tell you a little story if you want to hear it. My grandfather got so bad one time that drinking that he was bleeding all over the hallway, and so I was like I was still a little kid, and so I called my mom at work, and I'm like, Mom, I don't know what to do. He's on the floor bleeding. And so, of course, she had to leave work and come home and take him to the hospital. And here's what happened.
Yeah.
There's something called Glen Bay for people that have been in like the military and stuff. It's kind of like the veterans. The veterans used to send them there or something like that. Now they changed it to where the veterans take over everything or something. But back then it was Glen Bay, it was called. And so they send him to Glen Bay. And my mother told the doctors there that if you don't get him to stop drinking, he's not allowed to come back home. That's what they
Yeah.
told. That's what she told them. And so they got him in the treatment programs and AA and all this other shit, and it actually worked for him. So I don't know why it can't work for my neighbor because my grandpa was, 10 times worse than this dude, but
Here,
it worked for him, and I'm glad it did.
it does work, right? It works, but only if you are willing to like do it, right? You can't have somebody say, "Hey, yo, you need to fucking stop." Just telling me, "Hey, if you don't fucking stop, you're gonna fucking die." And I'd be like, "Okay." I mean, people were dying in front of me. You're gonna die. You can't tell somebody. I say that a lot, and it comes from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And that the program's really great. I'm not like saying that it's a bad program, and it works for a lot of people, and that's just it's not mine anymore. But no human power can save you from yourself, and that goes from that book. But that I didn't realize that. Remember how I said that? Nobody. There is nobody that can save you from
Nobody.
yourself, right? Not a counselor, not a fucking rehabs, not fucking 20 counselors,
So
not
true.
fucking going to AA. It's you have to do it for yourself.
That's so true.
And
That's so true.
yeah, it's like, and I because I was doing it for so many years for other people. I didn't want to be. I mean, drug. Yes, I did. I take that back. Right. I needed to be at that. I did not. I was forced. I feel into that. Yes, did I have a problem who I was? No one was listening to me when I was younger. I had to be this way. I couldn't be myself. There were so many layers, and then now I'm fucking 7th treatment in. Now I'm fucking with my rocker, straight jacket, fucking whatever, right? And but that part is like, I wanted to have fun, and I thought I can control it, but I really didn't control it until I realized that part that my mom fucking hate me all they fucking want, but until I want it for myself, right? They can send me to, you want fucking cool. It's like a fucking vacation. You know, the last treatment center I went to was in Las Vegas. Cool. $10,000, right? For 30 days plus an apartment for another 30 days. More drugs. They give you drugs. They sedate you and whatever. I don't know. It was I was doing it for other people, just to and until I got that DUI and did it on my own last year, February 15th. That's when I fucking saw that this whole I've been doing it. I just got really mad right there for other people. Yeah. The program that don't live by the principles, and we have one that follows us on here on the podcast, and it's super importante of these programs. Why the fuck are you in them if you're not doing and living them? Blah, 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 blah. Go fucking take a drink, man, you fucking dry alcoholic. And I'm gonna say that because it's wrong for you are living the principles of Alcoholics Anonymous and whatever program you're fucking in. Brian, no, I'm just kidding. But people go through these programs, they do them just for other people, and they think, and that's not cool. At least be honest about it, you know. But hopefully it made sense to somebody.
No, you make perfect sense to everybody.
I don't. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes
You just think you don't, but no, you think you don't, but you do, because I'm like I've went through everything you went through, not personally, but watching my friends and everybody else, right? So I experienced it all, but I just wasn't going to put myself through it. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So those people that have gone through it and they're listening to you now, they're getting it. Trust me. Everything you're saying is perfect.
And it's crazy. Thank you. Because sometimes I don't.
I know. And
but
that's the way it has to be, though, because it has to be everywhere, because that's the way it was back then, right? So that's the way you're going to understand it, to comprehend it. It's perfect.
If I wasn't doing like what they were doing, fucking AA. Like I had to be. It's so clicky, and that's what I don't like. No matter what, keep coming back. No matter what, that's what they say. It's not fucking like that, folks. And if you relapsing, yeah, you're gonna die. Whatever, okay. But if you don't do it, then shun from this fucking program. And I don't like that. I want people to feel welcome and loved, and no matter what you're going through, positive way. Don't fucking force stuff. Like, don't make them feel like they have to do it this way or no way. I started to do shadow work. Fucking changed my life, man. And there's other ways to fun than doing it the way that it has been done. I think his name is Bob Wilson or something like that. He's been doing it since 1940. It's old. It's an old program. And this world, it's ever evolving. Okay? So, it is, dude. I have the book. I can get it. I have like 5 books. But they're all signed. You know, they sign them like a year book. It's, yeah, they do. We got photo. Yay. You want to go get high after this? But anyways. It's like a yearbook after. What was I saying? Bill Wilson. I said Bob. His name is Bill Wilson. But it's an old program. There's other programs. There is shadow work. There is so many other things that you can do, and it always talks about getting out and doing something. You can't do the same thing over and over and over again expecting different results. So, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, if it doesn't, switch up AA, go to fucking, I don't know, go to the Dharma Punks, go to the Dharma Temple, go do different. So you can get out of here, because you continue to think, oh, I got to do it this way for other people. Be authentic, be honest, and that's what's gonna keep you fucking like keep you in that happiness, that realism, that authenticity, that truth. And yep, you lose some people in Alcoholics Anonymous, go find something fucking new, people. The world is full of fish. Go bob for fucking apples. I don't know. But really, like, step out of your comfort zone, man. You can only do a great program, love it, but it gets you up here. But yeah, I am grateful before I say that I'm in my life throughout the years, because I really needed them. And they're, man, I for my growth in stepping out of my comfort zone and getting to know myself different, because I was dying even when I was sober. Should be, yeah.
So, do you think you're stronger now? Much stronger now, or what? Or do you think you're in that phase where you keep falling back a little bit?
Like, I've been through some stuff, right? Some things and stuff. I've been pretty beat down, and I feel that I do have the willpower to say no today. It's taken a long time. I'm always a yes person, like a person of like, okay, no matter fucking where I'm at, and I've learned to say no, like, fuck you, get the fuck out. And I walked away from some things. I don't drink a lot anymore. I don't really. I mean, I started spin. I don't really smoke of the shit, but I like again, and I used to be a really fucked off sitting out on my patio, dude, like yelling at people, all drunk, like, you know. We're like, who the fuck? Now I have voices, but dude, if you would have saw me drunk, like, talking to fucking the Mexican mafioso, like, what the fuck? Like, I was like this in our patio, on our patio all day, smoking cigarettes and drinking fucking hella wine. And then it just kind of shifted a little. I was a fucking mess. Oh my God. I think I was dating like a 20 or something. And I'm like, how old? Today, yes, I feel a little bit stronger. It is taking a lot more work. I always have to be careful, as everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, of yourself, like your being. Get to know yourself, your body, and don't forget to drink your water. You know, drink water. Yeah, you do.
I got my water right here. This is the water I drink.
I used to say that all the time on TikTok. Don't forget to drink your water, mother.
Forget to drink your water, motherfucker.
Yeah. But I think I don't know. Do you think I'm falling down? You did.
Falling down what?
I mean, do you think that, what do you think? Like, you think I'm going back? You've only known me for what? A year, 2 years, maybe? No.
Well, I did for a minute.
That's pretty powerful.
I did. I mean, yeah, I did for a minute there, but I was like, holy cow, what's going on? I mean, all this talk and stuff she's been doing, and then I thought it was just gonna all like fade away.
Yeah. It only takes like a second for it to fade away.
Because it only takes one, a couple times to go back to something that took you to that spot to begin with, to where it
Yeah.
escalates to the point where you're back there again. I mean, and
Ugh.
and you know, I mean, some things you just do not want to do. Ecstasy is one of them.
Me back there, yeah.
It first thing it does is it attacks your soft tissue. See your gums? See your gums? Your gums are soft tissue. Your brain, you
Dude,
can't see
yeah.
your fucking brain, but your brain is also soft tissue. And if you did a brain scan and you fucking took ecstasy for a few years, guess what? It's eating your fucking brain tissue away, people that are out there fucking doing ecstasy. And there was a big epidemic in this in Ohio to where it was all over the fucking place. You know, houses were blowing up because people didn't know what they were doing. I mean, people were fucking, you know, in the fucking hospitals for because they were over. I mean, it was such a
I
fucking madhouse like a few years ago in
yeah.
Ohio
Yeah.
over ecstasy. Now it's it moved on to opioids. Now they're
Yeah,
just dying. And fentanyl. It's no longer ecstasy. Now it's
the
just
Fetty.
fentanyl. They no
The Fetty
longer
box.
lose their teeth. They no longer lose their teeth in their brain. They just fucking die just like that. So stay away from
Yeah. And
ecstasy. Stay away from fentanyl because it's basically and people can lace this shit too if you know people don't understand. Oh, this is me. This is your friend. You're getting this shit from what? They can lace it whatever. All they care about is the fucking money from you. They
I
don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying?
I remember the last day that day, right? You remember that day. And I went back and he shot me with ecstasy. Felt uh so, so weird. Like I had to get outside. Like take me home because I felt so uncomfortable. And that was the last time I did it. I was just this moment that I was like, and he's all like loaded and like walking around. I'm like, this is fucking weird, man. Like, I don't do this. And I think we had a talk like the day before or something about it, but I was trying because I wasn't having any fun here in my home because of what was going on. And I was just trying to kind of like fun and be like, I'm cool. But dude, that like happy and lovey and feely and touchy, that was like the most I think we did a podcast too like that night or something. And that was that when I'm like no, that was before. But I felt so weird. I felt so I felt like he like pushed too much into me or something.
Well, he
I
probably
didn't feel
did.
like ecstasy.
Probably did.
Or my pupils were like, I had to come home and tell my son, hey, like, because you can tell. And I just told my son and be open and honest, which we talked about communication and stuff. But I don't really like the ecstasy. I'm not a neighbor, you know. I'm like a fucking mom and shit. I don't like the ecstasy, dog. I didn't like it. That whole situation was bunk. I'm happy that I'm out of it and get to have the willpower to be no, sir, no. Like I know deep within inside of myself that I no longer want to live that life. Right? I'm capable of living my life without it. Like I started a new skateboard today, which is epic, and I don't have to fucking live like that anymore. So that was I'm peeling off. It makes me nervous when I talk about real shit. Keeping it 100. Like, do you drink? You drink the fucking Jack Daniels? Eh?
Yes, I do.
Are you in control of that shit or what?
Yes, I am.
Having no kidneys and all, you know.
Yes, I am. Well, here's the shit kicker. I mean, when you're part fucking robot and the robot cleans your fucking blood, I mean, it's like gone the next, you know, just gone just like that. I mean, out of your
Aren't
blood
you
just
the
like that. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, I have total
Your fun.
I've always had total control of everything. I don't know why. but I just do. I mean, I've even
It's
tried
a
some things.
learning.
I've even tried some things to learn because, like I said, I'm always interested in
Mm,
science. So I've even tried things to learn, like, why my friends doing this, you know, why they keep doing this, and so I'm gonna do this to see why they're doing this because they don't really talk about it.
yeah, yeah,
And then,
yeah.
of course, I didn't even feel anything. So most of, so I was just like, well, that didn't work. So
Yeah, trying to control, difficult. Uh,
yeah, I don't know why people have.
it is. It's
I,
difficult. I think it's so difficult.
I
And
mean,
you know,
I can feel the same sensations that people have. Like like when I had a friend across the street who started smoking because one of our older friends was a smoker, right? So he comes over to my house and he grabs my grandpa's cigarettes from the ashtray and he starts smoking them as we're watching a movie. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And he was learning from our older friend, how to smoke or whatever. And he thought it was cool. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? So, and
just
he's
to
like,
just to
and
part,
he's just like,
be a
oh,
part of the crowd.
yeah, he's just like, oh, this is cool. I want to do it. And so he's grabbing my fucking grandpa cigarettes from his ashtray and smoking them in the fucking house.
Dude,
And I'm
I remember
fucking
the
laughing my ass off. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not a smoker, but yet you're gonna start smoking and fuck up your life. And
yeah, you want to be
so
cool. Doesn't fuck up your
yeah,
life.
he wanted
I
to be
mean, it
cool.
does.
I don't know why you can't be cool without smoking, but whatever.
First
But
time I
yeah,
smoked a
he
cigarette.
still now he's at the point, he's how old is he now? He's
Years.
40, he's 47, and he's been trying to quit smoking for 20 years now. I mean, I can remember him bitching all the time. God, I wish I could get rid of these fucking cigarettes. And I'm like, remember that fucking time in my house when you stole my grandpa's cigarettes? He's like, yeah, fuck, I don't know why I did that. That's what he says. So, anyways, the reason I brought that up was one time I went in the woods because the house I grew up in, we had a woods, like a little forest right behind us, and there was a creek back there with bridges and shit. So I went back there and I took a pack of my grandpa's cigarettes because and it has nothing to do with being cool or anything. It all had to do with the science of why does someone want to do this when they're not a smoker and nobody's forcing them. He just thinks it's fucking cool. So I had to find out for myself. The only way I was going to find out up here was to do it for myself and find out how it feels. And so I did. So I did it. And so I know exactly what's going on in
I
the brains. I know
Yeah.
exactly what's going on in the brains of a smoker and that rush that they feel and how good it feels because
Well,
I
no,
felt it.
it doesn't feel. I was in high school. I think my freshman year. We were all in the jacuzzi. I was rolling with fucking CLMT Claremont. You all know who the fuck. They used to call me Derelict. I was the Derelict. And but yeah, I remember smoking a cigarette. I like blew it out just to be cool. And they're like, "Are you inhaling? Like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck." Yep. But and then came more smoking. I was a Marlboro Camel, and then I go after I met Chris, but he went on a run. Like I was pregnant with, like I was good, 9 months no smoking, and I remember the day that I started back smoking when Chris, and I'm like, fuck, like I didn't want to go do drugs, I didn't want to fucking drink, right? had Aiden, he was a baby. Fuck, I just need fucking something. And I went out and I grabbed a fucking pack of new, and that was it. And now I like to keep a G. I go get my Newports to new, yeah. But I just, it's hard. It's hard to stop, because that's my only advice. Like, I go outside my day or what morning, whatever it is, and I just sit there and like I can sit out there and just chill out. And I feel like I need to quit, but I'm just not there yet. But I learned it from my uncle when my mom moved me away to Arizona. He would smoke all the time. I had to have so much salt on his shit because he couldn't taste anymore because he was smoking so many Marlboro Reds. But I used to chew and fucking, dude. But I'm going to have to go on with you another day. Okay, cool. I don't have to go. I'm not going live. But fucking is bad, kiddos. But I like it. Nice right now. Yeah. So hopefully I don't die. You will die if you keep smoking cigarettes, Don. I'm looking at you, man.
I'm looking at you, man. I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Just wake up. You just gotta go like this. Look in the mirror and go. Today I'm gonna do this every day. Do this every day. Look in the mirror and say, "Today I'm gonna quit."
I do.
I
try.
And if you don't quit, that's okay, because at least you're shocking yourself every day that you're reminding yourself.
Right. Here's something about any situation that they're in, right? There's this thing called life. It's called you're flowing with life. Sometimes you're gonna do things, relive them over and over. Sometimes don't beat yourself up if you pick up a cigarette, if you quit. Don't pick up a drink. Go with the flow. And when I say that, it's like don't fucking think like oh my god, I'm gonna I'm an alcoholic. Oh god, I gotta go to rehab. This process in order to heal. So a lot of people will jump into rehab once, oh my god, I picked up a fight. Stop. Pause, right? Go to a meeting, figure out why you did it. I don't know, but like, dude, sometimes you're gonna be okay. Like, you just have to fucking learn how to fucking have fun. Because at the end of the day, once you stop forcing it, once you stop being like it's gonna fucking go. Don't force the shit, man. Don't of the labels and attachments. That's the most important part. And stop off, and I guarantee you, you will live a life beyond your wildest dreams. With a lot of messy, but it's so worth it. Man, stop. You're okay if you allow it. Everything lies deep inside of you. You are in control of your own reality. Yeah, I don't know. You always end
with I don't know.
Because at the end of the day, like, really, do I know? No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I learn from experience. Yes. That I do know. What happens today? I don't know. Right? I don't know. So, yes, I don't know. Do you know what's going to happen?
Yes, I know exactly what's going to happen. I mean,
what's that?
I know exactly what's going to happen in my space. Yes, I do. Now, yeah, in my space. And if I have to control something in my space that tries to interject my space and change what's going on,
yeah,
then then I have to take over them too. But I don't have control of what's out there. Like the universe, for example. Some asshole today cut me off on the freeway, and I thought I was gonna murder this guy. I chased him down. I took pictures.
Dude, I did that.
My car takes pictures. It flashes. It scares the shit out of him. I chased his ass down,
Huh.
and then I chased his ass down so much that when I finally pulled up next to him, I felt so fucking bad because he's like this down in his seat, you
Oh
know,
my
and
God.
it was this Chinese guy, and he's like this, and I must have scared the shit out of him so bad because I'm hitting buttons. He probably thinks I'm looking for a gun or something. I got all these buttons in my car that I'm turning on and off, and I'm chasing his ass down because he almost caused a fucking 10-car pileup, cutting me off. I was
Dude,
so
those
fucking
people
pissed
suck. I've
off.
done that before.
Yeah, I was so fucking pissed off. But then it's all changed rapidly. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's so fucking scared.
Yeah.
And I felt so fucking bad instantly that, I just I just fucking backed off, and I'm like,
I
fuck. I
yeah.
can't believe, I scared that guy that bad.
I did
And
that
that's
shit
what
too. I did that shit too, and she went into a parking lot. I like slammed. I was having a bad day. I'm just driving. I'm going fast on the on the freeway. Just let me be. And she's freaking like, what? So I pulled over the median, and I slammed on my brake, and she went around, and I fucking followed her ass into a parking lot. I was looking out of my car, and I'm like, oh
we got
my
the
God.
same mindset.
That moment of clarity, I'm like, fucking back. I saw her like run into the fucking store, and I'm like,
Run.
today's
She's
not.
like,
I yelled at her. No, I yelled at her. I said, it's not today. Any other day, but not today. I'm sorry, and I'm out. But like for real, like, yeah. Oh man, I don't know what she's going through. Right? That's what people forget. We don't know what other people are going through that day.
You're right. You're right.
Into our own shit, and just think that too. You are going through that day. You don't know what they don't know what you're saying. Not today. She's like, who the fuck is this crazy bitch? But like, she doesn't know that I'm going through a bunch of stuff. Just mindful and kind and compassionate. Someone, you never know. Do you know? I don't know. This is like the biggest white.
That's what she said, didn't she?
I don't know. So,
Nice.
I don't even know who that is. My Halloween costume. But yeah. So Brian, let's fucking out. I'm gonna share a picture. Do you want me to do a reading? I really love that book, but I'm gonna share a picture instead.
Do a reading. Do a reading.
Ugh, I'm stuck in my chair. Ugh.
Spitfire. Spitfire, folks. Dawn will be back in a moment.
Oh, it's Fear and Love and War. I don't know where my book is. I'm gonna read out this crazy book. I'm so dirty still.
Dawn has returned.
It's really cool picture. I don't know
Beyond.
Chris is fucking. Chris is bugging. Probably because I have this stupid book right here. Get rid of all this fucking.
Are you putting that on skateboard?
He was my fucking fuck. Dude, these pictures are done. Yeah, they're all the people won't know, but they are going on skateboards. They will be inside somewhere in the skateboard here. Like it's time to release them. And I mean, I'll save a couple. Dude, he's so magical.
That's an amazing way to, to let things go and reflect on them. That's amazing.
I mean, fuck. there could be a night where I'm gonna take this off this like and look at these pictures and like cry and like go down. Nah, I don't need it. Great memories. He knows that I love him. Other people feel the love too, and you won't know what skateboard they're in or what painting they made. He's just gonna go and like, just like he's doing right now. And I don't know. I felt that that's what he wanted me to do, so that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Okay.
That's the energy within.
Yeah.
Energy within.
Yeah. What's the date today?
18th.
So it is August 18th. Daily Stoic. If no one has this book, it's like, so let's read August because I can't find my other one.
And speak louder.
August. Can you see my hairs in my nose?
Put your loosey goosey glasses on.
I don't know what those are either. Oh no. Here we go. Can you hear me now? So, August 18th. Only fools rush in. A good person is invincible, for they don't rush in which they aren't the strongest. If you want their property, take it. Also their staff, profession, and body. But you will never compel what they set out, trap them in what they could avoid. For the only contest the good person enters is reason choice. We're just talking about choices. Woo! How can such a principle? And this is from Epictetus Discourse. Weird thing. 3.6.5.7. But here's what it is. One of martial arts is that strength should not go against strength. That is it where they are the strongest. But that's exactly what we do when we try an impossible task we haven't bothered to think through. Or we let spot, or we say yes to everything that comes our way. That's me. Choosing your battles is weak or calculating. How can you reduce the amount of time, minimize the number of needless injuries inflicted because we're weak? How is it that a bad thing? As the saying goes, discretion is the lore. Is that right? Yeah. The Stoic calls it reasoning to be reasonable. Think hard before choosing self un-motherfucking beatable. Cool. This book is really dope. I like it. I don't read it.
What's that book called?
Daily Stoic.
Daily
Stoic.
Stoic.
And it's like kind of Greek.
Is it Greek?
I think has to do Epictetus Discourses. I think that's Epictetus Zeno. This, yeah, I think it's like the Greek goddesses, something like that.
Where did you get that book?
Yeah, Greek. It is Greek. Yes, it is. See, I'm sorry. It's Greek. But
where did you get it?
It's like daily. I just got it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon if you have Barnes and Noble. But every day in it for you to like reflect on and think about. And that was actually a good one. Be reasonable. Make your choice. You, not for everybody else. What did you think about it?
I thought it was cool. Who taught? Like, who showed you that book?
My best friend that moved to Texas. And yeah, I just word of mouth. You know, people that I roll with. You know, we would do it. We would actually do it daily.
Homie.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like Greek god. I love goddesses and gods. You know, Greek is pretty cool, and the history behind it. So powerful, like fucking Zeus and fucking Aphrodite and apple.
Do you like Greek salads?
Do I like Greek salads? That sounds pretty bomb right now. I like Caesar salads the best.
Me too.
But yeah, I hope everyone has a really fucking great day. Congratulations. I don't know if this. Well, we're just Let's have a fucking good day, you guys. Right? Happy motherfucking Thursday.
Thursday.
And look
it's
out for
that
this
Thursday.
Thursday.
It's that day in the middle of Wednesday and Friday. You know, that Thursday. What day is that? I'm looking for Daisy. You know, Daisy. That day that's between Thursday and I mean Friday and Wednesday.
Thursday and Friday. I don't know.
No, Wednesday and Friday.
No, bro, it's fucking Thursday and Friday. You know that girl? Daisy is my name, but I think next time we're gonna do a pop. I think Lucy Goosey's coming. Lucy Goosey's coming. So
you gotta. Where's your Lucy Goosey glasses?
They're way the fuck over there, and I'm in like I got it all figured out, boss. I got it all figured.
I love those glasses.
I got it all figured out, boss. I got it all figured out. Who the fuck is that voice? Who the fuck are you? Oh, bro.
Isn't that Reggie?
No, that's not. No. That's like a girl. No. But yeah, I have many voices, but
many.
Hey, yo.
Many.
I got so many red rum. But
put that douche away.
Hey, yo, Brian. But stay tuned for next time because yep, she's a Lucy Goosey. You better watch out for the Lucy in her fucking. Have a badass day, and we'll see you, Brian. Get some rest.
Get rest. I'll get you a smaller pen next time.
I can't even fit it in my mouth, y'all.
That's what she said. That's what she says. Hey.